Welcome to the Loose and Moose podcast.
I'm Luce.
And I'm Moose.
Two unlikely best friends that I guess love the sound of their own voice, so decided to hit recording.
So, Lucy, how are you?
Not good.
Oh, no. What's going on?
I just have to address it because in my head, I'm being dramatic, but I just feel like everyone watching the video is going to freak out because I had to get my nails taken off.
Wow. Are you back to normal size nails for the first time ever?
Yeah. It makes me, I feel sick about it because my thing is like long acrylic nails with nail art, and I've been doing that for so long. And then one came off like really painfully and ripped half my nail off, and then a couple of others were being a bit funny, and I went to go get them taken off, and then she ripped another one off as she was doing it, and it was like bleeding everywhere, and they're just really sore and painful. So I think they're too thin right now, and I need to give them a break. And I feel disgusting. I've got these short little sausage fingers, and it's just gross.
And normal nails.
Yeah, I literally look at my hands like 10 times a day, and I'm like, oh, I'm disgusting.
Well, I think we've got you over for dinner in a couple of days. Can you wear gloves?
Yeah, legit, because the kids love my nails.
Imagine Jax, you rolling up like, Lucy, what nails you got?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
I know. Every time they see me, it's like, ooh, what nails have you got this time? And then
It
it's
just
always
froze up.
Yeah. And then what nails are you going to get next time? And then Jackson with his he tried to rip them off, and then and then he goes, oh, I'm going to rip your nails off. Now it's going to be like, someone else already did it, bro.
Like,
sorry.
can you please put them back on?
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, if you like, I feel like most of our listeners are men, but I guess men can still get acrylic nails, but stereotypically it's usually the gals. Any girls listening, if you know, you know. My nails are so painful right now and disgusting.
What kind of turnaround time are we talking for nails to get stronger?
I don't know. I think they've got to grow out and like.
Fucking Jesus.
Yeah. So maybe a month.
Okay.
I don't know. I might just cave and get them, even though they might be sore, but I don't know. We'll see.
I was thinking I can just mess with you and I'll rock up next week, like just with some fucking sweet nails with the little like face logo on them, just taking it to the extreme.
Oh, yes. I did have those smiley face nails once. Actually, it was kind of like this top, like the melty smiley face, and the kids loved them. I should get them with Loose and Moose at one stage.
You should just do something with them. That's disgusting. That's my cringe of the week. Just kidding.
It's mine too, so cool. You're glad we're aligned.
Was that your thing of the week? No?
Oh, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Sure.
Okay. We can have some more because I'm going greedy. I've got a few little things of the week.
Yeah.
So someone that I work with, we caught up this week. She's on leave at the moment. And she had a coffee, caught up. She's texted me later on that day, and there was a brown snake in her backyard. Yeah. So that's fucked in itself, right? Did you know apparently those snakes are smart enough where when they're around like homes and things, because she has a dog, which is why she's freaking out, they watch and they learn routines and habits.
No, I don't want to hear this. Yep. I hate this so much.
She had like this crazy Instagram thing, and I was reading it, and Lauren was, I'm like, this is just insane.
No. Yeah, I don't like this. I've literally got tears in my eyes. I hate this so much. I hate snakes so much.
Yeah. So she was like worried about her dog because it's like all of the routines and where the dog sleeps and all of that stuff, like snakes can just like do that and then find the right time to pounce. That's a nice little warm welcome to the pod.
I hate that so much. What do you do about that?
I guess hope a snake catcher or whatever can come and get it and get rid of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Like, I've never heard that story, and then we were talking about it, and apparently there was, there's heaps of stuff on it. There was some ridiculous story about a huge snake that someone like trained to be some kind of a pet, and then like it was apparently like slept with this snake in the bed, and that was apparently the thing where it was just literally just waiting for the right moment of when am I big enough to be able to just like devour a human? Ridiculous, right?
So, like a domesticated pet snake ate their human.
Apparently. Imagine if I could find the photo of whatever that became.
I hate everything about that.
Yeah, I read that and I'm like, I have to bring that up because it freaked me out. And I'm like, especially like with dogs and stuff as well. I'm like, that's not cool.
I'm going to dream about that tonight. I'm going to have a night terror about that tonight.
Yeah. And she doesn't live that far away from like the city as well. So it's not like she's living out like,
That's cooked. I hate that.
So that's one of mine.
Oh, perfect way to start the pod.
Yeah, we've crushed this.
Yeah.
Broken nails, like people eating snakes.
Yeah. on your way to work Tuesday morning. Good vibes with Loose and Moose.
How's everyone doing out there? Have you got another thing of the week that's maybe not so
I've got a
on?
funny thing of the week.
Yeah, let's go.
This happened today and I asked if I could say it in the pod and she said, go ahead. I've never heard this saying in my life and I cried from laughing. It was like the context was someone gave someone a story of something and then they spoke to that person and it was like a complete lie.
Yeah.
So then she goes, oi, has this guy been pissing in your ear or what? Have you heard that?
I don't know if I have or not, but I was just instantly going back to like, sounds like something like my grandpa would have said or just something like that. Like,
I've never heard it. And I just
pissing in
like,
your
I
ear.
literally died. And then she just kept saying it all day. Nah, he's still pissing in my ear.
how does it even make sense? Because it like, what's it even supposed to mean?
Because she said it to the person he had lied to. So she's like, instead of, is this guy been lying to you? Is this guy full of shit? It was, is this guy pissing in your ear?
Even that, full of shit. Like when you picture that, like imagine just a human just completely full of shit.
That's so true. Where do these sayings even come from? Well, I don't think that's a saying. I think that's just her. She's just funny.
We have been getting a few listeners outside of Australia. That I don't know if this is an Australian thing, but imagine them listening to what the fuck are they talking about right now?
Legit. Oh no.
I know we opened up a few of these, but we do definitely need to go. Like this would go nicely with all the stuff from our childhood sort of conversations. Just these sort of like what the hell kind of sayings that make no sense.
Oh yeah. Have you heard the one? The only people I've ever heard say this is my parents, and then our friends Jared and Liv. Get a dog up ya.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I had a mate that I played in bands with that used to say that as well. He did a remix of one of our songs. It would be funny because he's been listening to this. He's been helping with some audio stuff, and he's hilarious. And like he was, you just wake up like amazing guitarist, but at the time was just living at home, just smoking a shit ton of weed and playing guitar. Like it was just like that sort of like, that's all he got to do. It was amazing. Anyway, you'd wake up to all these things in your inbox and it was just like him done a hip hop remix with him rapping over one of our tracks. We'd have like us in the chorus and then him doing that. And he'd just be like, it'd be actually hilarious and so good because he was amazing at all the editing. And then he would just be like randomly throwing in like, get a fucking dog up. Yeah. And I'm like, it was so good. And I want to show everyone until like you'd have that like just before the chorus. I'm like, can you give me this as a version without all the bullshit in it?
That's so funny.
Which if he's listening, can you give me that version? Because I love that.
Yeah, that would be great. Anyway, so that was one of your things of the week. Do you have more?
So I actually had a few, so I didn't know which one I was going to pick, so I'll save some for later. But so rehashing some of our New Year's resolutions, right? So a certain co-host had something about starting a metal band, correct?
Yeah.
So we've had a couple of friends of ours reach out and they've got a band name for you.
Oh.
So I caught up with them and they're like, so we've got a band name for Lucy. They're thinking it is Hallucinate.
That's good. I like that.
But you'd appreciate like just metal as fuck. So you wouldn't even pronounce and know what it is anyway.
Yeah.
But Hallucinate.
That's really fucking cool.
Yeah. So you need to get on this. I heard that you've got someone that's got some guitar tracks ready to roll. We've now got a band name. Fuck.
You're the drummer, right?
Maybe. I'll just have to speed it up. I'll see if I can edit that. I don't know if I'm got those chaps. But yeah.
Well, maybe Jared could just be in another band.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He
needs
surely
one.
doesn't have enough.
Yeah. But anyway, we're getting closer and closer to the Loose 2024 metal band.
So your mate could do the mixing?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
So we need some lyrics. We need some song.
Yeah.
And you to practice that demonic scream.
Yeah, the demonic scream.
Anyway, that was an interesting opening. We went creepy, scary, nails, and then just back to normal.
Yeah, I think we're back to good vibes now. Yeah. Thank goodness.
What did you have? You had something on my notes that made me a little bit worried, which is always the case. So
speaking of good vibes,
potentially.
Well, actually, yeah, true. I don't really understand it. You'll have to translate for me. We've had our first ever write-in. Like someone who's listened has written into us, sent us an email.
I was going to say the first time we've actually got an email that's not just congratulations on posting an episode.
It's just from YouTube. Or you guys are swearing too much. You've violated the terms and conditions.
That's a legitimate thing.
Yeah. That was like our first ever post. It got taken down.
I got so worried with that. Like, you know, when you're just looking at that and you're just waiting for it all to work perfectly, my heart's just beating. I'm like, oh man, have we just ruined everything? And now like you can't post it ever again, or all the stuff that we didn't know about.
Yeah,
obviously
it
the
was my
platform.
fault. I didn't know that you couldn't swear in the caption. Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So how is this going to play? You're just going to read it and then hopefully I'm going to know what's going on.
I think so. Okay. So this write-in is from Karen. So thank you, Karen. She said, hey there, Lucy. She's written like a nice little greeting and everything. But anyway, into the moose stuff. We called him Far because we were all a little too lazy to say Christopher back in the day. So I think she wrote this in after we were talking about your nicknames as a kid. So we called him Far. That's
cool for context on that because I think like I skimmed over that because I had no real idea of why they said that. But
Christopher.
Makes sense though.
Yeah.
A long name.
Yeah, true. And then anyway, so Christopher may not remember, but if you just say one word, legs, and ask him if he has a memory of that word, I would be interested to know what he remembers or his side to his obsession with legs.
Yeah, these days or back then?
I don't get it. What is it?
So thank you, Karen. Karen actually lives over Eyre Peninsula, so back over where you're from. So
Nice.
we used to go there as kids. It was amazing. They're all from the farm, and it was just like the most amazing place to go as a kid, right?
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
But I do remember from you saying that there was one time, I can't remember how old I was definitely very young, and them just like giving me shit because I was just running around saying legs and touching their legs and I don't know why or what,
So weird.
but like just saying that. But it's funny now, like as a parent reading that out and I'm like, that sounds weird, but then like, my kid at the moment, his thing's poop. Like, so he'll just literally like just walk up and dad, your poop.
Yeah.
And like everything's just that. So I think that was my word of that trip.
Oh, and your kids have done way weirder stuff to me, and it's just what kids do. Like, it's funny.
But I do remember because they're a big family as well, and like all of them, it just become a thing. And then obviously as a kid, if they then laugh and say it back, that would have just been like a
just
thing, right?
Typical moose peacocking. Like, oh, they think this is funny. I'm just going to keep doing it. You probably weren't even obsessed with legs, and you just did it because you just wanted attention.
Yeah. Might bring it back.
Anyway, take care and feel free to ask me more questions. That's handy to know that I've got a little insider information now.
Yeah,
and I can get more.
We won't be, but thank you so much, Karen, and thank you for listening.
I'll be hitting you up, Karen. Definitely.
But that was cute. She reached out, and it's they do a lot of driving over there between work and home and stuff, and we help them through on a Tuesday, which is pretty awesome. So
I love that.
Cool. Awesome. Well, I guess up next, I love this. You had the idea that we could do a little bit of a tattoo tour.
Yes, tattoo tour. I'm so excited for this.
I am, but maybe not for my bank account because we're going to talk about them and then I'll probably want to get one again.
Yeah, I'm actually already booked in for another one in March sometime. We had to reschedule, so we haven't locked in a date yet, but March.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Nice.
Should we do like one by one?
Yeah.
Yeah. So should we start with first? Who has more? Should I start because I've got...
Yeah, go on.
Because mine are kind of spread out. So my first ever tattoo was this one on the inside of my arm. It's a foxglove flower plant. The reason I got this was I just knew I wanted a tattoo and I knew I loved this certain artist. And the more the act of getting the tattoo was important to me, not what I got. I just knew I wanted something like cute. And this awesome artist that I'd followed for ages, Lucid Lines, she is just so talented and does flash. So I was able to go there and there's like no pressure. You can go and there's just like a full table of flash laid out. And if you don't like anything, you don't have to get anything, but you just get like whatever speaks to you.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, that's kind of speaking to me. And then I looked up what a foxglove is and like if there's any weird meaning or anything. And the meaning was like the symbolism of a foxglove is like helping other people. It's you plant a foxglove next to another plant that's dying and the foxglove helps that plant get better.
That's pretty cool.
And I was like, oh, that's a bit cute. And I just liked the look of it. So that was my first one.
Crazy spot for a first one.
Yeah, everyone says that.
Your tattooist would be like, fuck, here we go.
I didn't know. I just thought like I wanted it on the inside of my arm so it wasn't always just like, look at me, I've got a tattoo. And I don't know.
Also, look at me, I've got a tattoo at the same time. Like it's a bit of a both.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think on your point a second, sorry to jump in, but I don't know. Well, obviously you're the same. Like I feel like especially early on, that people choose the tattoo and then try and research something deep and meaningful after.
Yeah.
Because like I've definitely done that where you get a tattoo and then you're like, oh wow, like I didn't even plan that, but I can relate. And yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like I just think because I remember someone saying to me when I first got it, what does it mean? I was like, it doesn't mean anything. It was the act of getting the tattoo that meant something to me. It was like for me, it was like a body positivity thing because I used to think like I can't get a tattoo because it means this or people will judge me or I don't know, whatever. And then I was like, it's just a body. I just have a body that doesn't matter, whatever. Like I can do whatever I want to it.
Yeah.
So it was just empowering to get that. And then what I got didn't matter. I just wanted something pretty and cute.
It's your tattoo, bro.
Sorry?
Your tattoo, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to make sure it didn't have like a bad meaning or like a nothing meaning before I got it. Like, weird symbolism or I don't know. And it just was cute.
Cool. My first one, again, I remember like first one's huge just because you just want the tattoo, right?
Yeah.
And it was like doing a lot of band stuff and I'm like, it's obviously a cool thing to do and you can piss your parents off and just kidding. So mine is on my left arm. See, I'm explaining that for the listeners at home. I thought we were getting good at doing that. So,
okay, sorry. Mine is on my left arm on the inner part of the upper arm.
There we go.
Which is apparently a bad spot to get a first tattoo because it's really painful, but I didn't know that. I just got it because it looked cool.
Anyway, mine's the Mercury symbol, which was from a band's CD that I loved going up in high school. So that was mine. And yeah, it hurt like shit. And it got me then addicted to have a lot more.
So, and also kind of bold choice for a first one because it's on a forearm. So it's not like you even have a t-shirt on, you can hide it. It's just, I've got a tattoo.
Yeah. Mum, I'm going to be a rock star. I'm not going to have a real job.
Yeah, true.
And that didn't work.
Is what we're doing now not being a rock star?
Surely.
Yeah.
Next?
Honestly can't really remember the order of the next ones. I think maybe it was this one on my right inner forearm, which is some Australian gum leaf kind of things, which again was just another flash day with lucid lines and I just thought it was cool and that's literally it. And it's on the opposite kind of side of my other arm.
Nice. I went pretty big after that. So I got the little Jack skeleton underneath my right arm, which is cool. She's a little faded these days, but that was huge. I was a massive Nightmare Before Christmas fan, as pretty much everyone was growing up then. And yeah, funny enough, the guitarist from Good Charlotte, and I did not like any pop punk back then, had that and I saw it in Tattoo Magazine. I'm like, that is very, very cool, and stole it.
Yeah. So maybe this is my payback for you not having seen Seinfeld, but I've never seen Nightmare Before Christmas. Is that bad?
I don't know if it's bad, but it's a pretty popular movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
This Christmas, watch it.
Yeah, I've never seen so many popular movies. That's an episode idea for another time. Okay, so I don't remember the order, so let's just stick with my right arm. This one on the outside of my right arm, this is just like one of my most favorite albums ever by the band Wax. It kind of just like had such an impact on me. I feel like it changed my life a bit. It came about at a time where I just like feel like was right when I was with you and changing all my like becoming a better person. When you say now I'm a different person to what you knew, like it was during the time when I was becoming that person. And it's such like a girl power boss bitch like I've overcome all this shit kind of album. So getting that I got it for my 30th birthday because it was like, yeah, I'm a fucking boss bitch. I'm going to get a boss bitch tattoo. And it's just cool artwork as well.
It is cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Cool. My next one's funny because it was when we first moved to Adelaide because those two that I just got were from our Gambia. So my first Adelaide tattoo was a tiny little spider on the inside because I would have had zero money. And we just went down to GD Road here, popular tattooist in Adelaide, and that would have been all I can afford. And it goes with a web. And like I've said to you on the previous episode, like I fucking hated spiders. So it kind of just ticked the boxes. But yeah, very small, which was awesome because it did not hurt at all. And I'm like, okay, that's good.
I'm so glad you told me that's a tattoo because I was thinking it was real and it was really scary.
My 3-year-old still does kind of like freak out about that. But anyway, so that was mine.
One time, one of your kids said to me that they saw a spider and they were like, "It's okay, Dad ate it."
And you're like, I know your dad, and he would not be eating a spider or even probably killing it.
Yeah.
I probably just told him it went away and it's just in their room.
It's there somewhere.
Please don't buy my kids.
So sticking with this arm, I got a love heart on the inside of my arm because, again, I just thought it would look cool.
What's the little one next to it?
So just quickly back to the love heart. I just thought a love heart would look cool, but also like symbolism. I was like, I do wear my heart on my sleeve. Like, I feel like what you see is what you get with me. So I just think that's a cute thing to, I don't know, like represent. And then this tiny little one next to the love heart on the very inside of my arm, inconspicuously, is the place we work. You get like an individual staff number, and the place we work changed my life, and the people that we work with have changed my life. And we still work there. It's been almost 8 years for me, and I love it. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it as a tattoo. And a lot of people like that we work with, I think I'm a bit crazy for that, but I don't care because it makes me happy. That's like almost a third of my life. I've been in one place and I love it. Like,
it's paying for the rest of the other tattoos. I feel bad now for laughing because it's
it is funny.
It
actually
is
has
silly.
a cool meaning.
Like,
Like,
whatever.
you're like, oh, I've got. Sorry,
I was going to say it's my Instagram handle for
yeah,
until we started this pod and you made me get rid of it. So here I am.
And then, you're like, I've got these like meaningful tattoos for my kids and stuff. And I'm just like, oh, I love the place I work.
Well, not so far. I haven't. All the rest have been very selfish. This is where life changed for me.
Spoiler alert.
So my next one is super cute. So that's like the bigger one underneath my right arm. So that was, it's a rose with a cool little sunrisey thing, but it's got a key for our wedding. So when we got married, I got that. Lauren has like the locket on her thigh. And that was just like a cute.
I never put two and two together before.
Yeah.
I knew you both had that, but of course that's why. Oh, how cute.
So that's pretty cool. And hers is huge as well and really well detailed. So it was actually one of our friends, that worked down at Jetty Road as well, was an apprentice and now is just like absolutely phenomenal. I wore their t-shirt recently. That's a Dog's Bark.
Dog's Bark.
One.
Oh, cool. Wait, so is that the name of the studio?
That's sort of like his tattooist.
Like Lucid Lines, Dog's Bark. Yeah, cool. Yeah,
so
love that.
Check him out if you're in Adelaide and you're needing ink. Very, very cool.
Yeah. Speaking of, you got one for your wife. I got one for the love of my life as well.
Nice.
So this is small writing on the top of my forearm that says gnarly, and that was for my dog that passed away. He changed my life, gave me so much happiness for a couple of years. It was long story, but it was like my friend's dog that I kind of like adopted, and we were like, I don't know, he let me share in this love with this dog, and I used to see him all the time. And yeah, I feel like it's so silly. It's just a dog, but he legit changed my life. So when he passed away, I've never felt heartbreak like that in my life, and I wanted to do something just to keep his memory on, and I got gnarly, and it's just a cool word as well, right? Cool. Gnarly. It is cool. And I love now when old men like to comment on tattoos, like just to be creeps, and I love when they say, oh, gnarly, and like try and be weird about it, and then now I'm just like, yeah, it's for my dead dog. It really makes them feel uncomfy. It's great.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's my right arm done.
Perfect.
Tattoo tour complete for half of it.
My next was probably my most painful, which is what I was saying, because it's a very similar area. So it's right in the inside of my elbow on my right arm. But that was for Ella, so my eldest, which was, like a cool little watch. And it had the time that she was born, and it's just got Ella Ruby with a ruby on top, which is really cool. But yeah, that was... I don't know. Once I got that, it's kind of like for me that looks down at them, and obviously tattoos are for us. Like it was the first time I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like happy with my arm now because it kind of looks like I had a sleeve for what I can see. And I'm like, well, that's why I get tattoos, because I like the look of them. So I was stoked with that. But yeah, I remember the healing of that was absolute dog shit. And here's me, like Ella's just been born, and I'm like, I'll go get a tattoo now. But then how good's that for me then trying to help with a newborn? Yeah, right. Yeah. I did not plan that well at all.
How old? Like, how long did you wait?
Like next to nothing. Like I think it was when I was still off at work, so it would have been like a few weeks after she was born. So
Lauren's still recovering from having a baby, and you're like, I can't lift the baby, my arm's sore.
Yeah. So she's just had like an emergency C-section, and brought this beautiful thing into the world, and I'm now doing all of the helping with one arm.
Yeah.
Father of the year, husband of the year.
Have you heard those stories of like men passing out when someone's giving birth and the doctors just have no sympathy? I think that's so funny. I feel like I've heard those stories on like TikTok and stuff where the doctor's just like, are you serious? Grow up.
I have like they're taking like the green whistle and all like the meds. It's just like your partner's doing all the work here. Bro. Yeah. Lauren's gonna have so much like stories for that with like midwife. It's gonna be next level.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, so we'll have a very good insight for that coming up. But yeah, so that was mine.
That's
yours.
cute.
So new arm.
Where are we next? On my inner left forearm, I have a butterfly. Because again, I just thought it would be cute. I got it at a little bit of like a transformative time in my life as well, and it was like I'm just evolving into a butterfly, you know.
So you were saying you were a caterpillar before?
Yeah, I'm just a piece of shit.
Okay, moving right along. My next one was baby number 2. So I'm just going to put the mic down a second, but it's thank you. So yeah, Jackson Kobe, and we gave him a little crown because obviously it's the first boy, so a little prince. And yeah, that was cute.
I don't think I ever realised that. Like,
I guess
again,
I'm
I
always
didn't
wearing
put
a
two and two
t-shirt with
together.
that. Yeah.
But King Jackson, Prince
Yeah.
Jackson, I love that.
The kids, they also think it's the coolest, especially now that they can read. Like they have like a piece of them on dad's body. I guess they don't really get what's going on because like you ask them like, oh, you're going to get tattoos? Like, no way.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. But yeah, I guess like when they do have those little moments and they're reading it or like playing with it or whatever, it's kind of nice.
So cute.
Anyway, that's my next one.
After the butterfly on my left forearm is 6 letters. GRLPWR, girl power. Which is pretty self-explanatory, right? Girl power.
Love it. I'm running out now, so I'm out of these stories. But my last one, the last few years for me, well, obviously the last decade for me is just whenever I get kids. So I've always loved the feather. And it's funny because a guy we used to work with also got this very recently, and your cardboard cutout
I was going to say, that's not what I care
it.
about. My boyfriend has one.
It's just got Levi Jordan in my wrist, and then it's just a cool little feather. So yeah, I just thought like that would be nice to sort of fill up the arm a little bit, and then it's kind of like, we're drawing Levi's name, and feathers, are supposed to mean good luck and like all of that cool stuff. So it was just a nice little piece to finish that off for now.
And if you ever meet Dave Grohl, that icebreaker.
There we go.
Dude, we have the same tattoo.
Boom. Why'd you copy me?
Yeah. Why'd you copy me? Also, can I set you up with my friend?
Yeah, sure. In real life this time, please. Or at least sign the cardboard cutout. Fuck, I don't know. Or tell her that she needs to fucking get rid of it because it's cringe.
Oh, man.
Anyway, now it's you solo session, so...
I've just got a couple more. So, obviously, we've spoken already about my dancing Elaine Bennis.
What's she from?
Moose is still yet to watch Seinfeld. I did have the idea for future episodes. If there's some listeners that like Seinfeld, maybe we could all get together and pick the best episode and get him to watch it and then review it on the next episode.
I actually really like that idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess, I don't know, let us know if there's any episode ideas for that, but it might make it a bigger deal at some point. But yeah, if you see it now and you got an idea, let me know. But yeah, this is Dancing Elaine Bennis just because she's just like my boss bitch icon, and I just thought it would be a cool tattoo to have. And then the 2 more I just flashed that I just thought was cool. I've got a skull on the outside of my forearm. And then I've got like a sun smiley face thing on the outside of my arm. And Levi loves that one. He always points at it and smiles, and it's so cute. And then I also have one on my leg, which I'm not going to show now, but it's just on like my shin, on my right shin, and it's a bunch of like, there's monstera, palm trees and banana leaves just I just thought it was cool. Like it was again another flash day, and I was like looking at all the flash on the table. And I had growing up, we had like a huge jungle in my backyard. I used to call it the jungle, just heaps of plants everywhere, and all 3 of those plants were in the backyard.
That's cool.
So I just thought, oh, that's cool that she's chosen those 3. And I thought I genuinely just got it because I thought it would look cool if there was some plants coming out the top of my Doc Martens, because I always wear Doc Martens. So yeah.
Was that Lucid Lines as well?
Yes, she's done all of mine, and I feel like I just love her so much. I wouldn't go to anyone else. Her name's Caitlin, and she's just an angel. And I had to reschedule because I got my dates wrong, but I'm going to go see her sometime soon. I don't know what I'll get, but I just want something else. I want to just like fill my arms with little stickers from her.
Why not? Do you think tattoos hurt?
I don't know, like a little bit, but not. I feel like I'm okay. I just a little bit scratchy, like whatever.
Okay. Yeah, me too.
I'm obviously just built different.
Yeah. It's like everything with me. The older I get, the worse I am. Like last time that I would have got Levi's, like I was taking like jelly beans in case I passed out. I'm like trying to like pinch myself on the other side of my body to like not do that. And
really?
Yeah. I guess it'd be every 3 or 4 years between I get one. So,
but like all of them, do you think they hurt a lot?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Apart from the spider, really, but especially anything around, and then I guess the long ones and on the bone and stuff. Like I just didn't love it.
My artist does say that like just men can't handle pain as much as women. Genuinely, like she says that all the men that get tattoos are like freaking out, and girls are just like, whatever.
Okay, good. Jealous.
So 100th episode, we'll get a tattoo together on the episode and see who can handle the pain better, I guess.
They won't see because I'll just edit out anything bad about me anyway. I'll just have like a voiceover being like, "Oh, I love getting this tattoo. Pass me a frothy." And in reality, when I'm editing, it's just like me screaming. Like,
so funny.
What about opinions? Like, what was your parents' first thoughts? And I guess then like, what are they like now, knowing that you're not stopping with them?
They hated it at first. They were so disappointed in me. And I actually think they still think that way. They just ignore it. You know, boomers love to just ignore things and pretend they don't exist. Yeah. So I think every time I get a new one, they just I can say yeah, like I can see them see it, and then they just don't say anything at all.
I'm guessing they don't have any tattoos.
They hate tattoos. They think it's trashy, and like only trashy people get them, and they just don't understand that the times have changed now, and it's not like that. If it was back in their day, like it's more uncommon to not have them now. Like everybody has them, and they just think that it's devaluing me or whatever. And I'm the same. I'm like, I'm never gonna have a corporate office job. Like whatever, it's fine.
Mine were.
What about yours? Sorry.
Literally just rinse and repeat. Like, I think now, like, they didn't care too much. And I think, like, Dad, like, his brother and stuff had some. So he wasn't, like, against it, but they didn't have any.
Yeah.
Mum's always joked about actually getting one now. And especially, I guess, as, like, family members get older and if they're passing away and stuff like that, like, there's talk of, like, you know, getting, like, cute little remembrance ones and stuff, which I think is cool. But yeah, none of my brother and sister and stuff have them, which is also weird. Like, they're not against them, but I'm, like, the only one in the family that does, which is
I thought
odd.
Your brother would have some.
You think I'm a wuss? Imagine him trying to get that. Fucking hell. Hope you're listening, bros. Love you.
Actually, that reminds me, speaking of people getting them tattoos when they're a little bit older, I had such a cute experience recently in the past few months where I had a customer come in and get help, and he was in his like mid-90s or something, and the only reason he was coming in was because he needed help with stuff because his wife was in hospital basically dying.
Yep.
And he was just a sweet old man, and while I was helping him, he was asking about my tattoos, and he just said they're really cool. And he, on his way home from, like, this was like a month later, on his way home from picking her up from hospital to basically like take her home to die, they stopped in to get more help with stuff, and he said, can you help me get a tattoo of her before she dies? Can you give me a recommendation of your artist?
Oh.
And I was like, she's her studio is so far from here and she's hard to get into, but I'll see what I can do. And then we've got some mutual friends that are artists, so I reached out to them and I booked a little catch up, and then like he got one of her at her face and her birthday, like the day they got married, and it was so cute. And she said, I don't like tattoos, but I'm going to die soon so he can do it for me if it will make him happy. I can't, it's like so emotional, but so sweet. And then, but it's funny. I've like awoken the beast in this 90-something-year-old man. He can't stop getting tattoos now.
He's got a fucking sleeve
Legit.
now.
He came in like a few weeks later with one of her, a photo of her when she was in her 20s in a bikini on his arm. Like,
Christ.
it was huge. And he's like, I'm going to book in for more. And it's just so funny. Like, he's like, oh, I want to get more now. And he's like,
so good.
Legit, like what we do, get addicted.
Yeah.
And he said a funny thing as well, like just not even in the context of this, was something else. He's like, oh yeah, this girl helped me, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you might know her. She has tattoos. Do you know her? I was like, yeah, I know everybody that has tattoos, actually.
Wow.
So cute. But yeah, how wholesome.
That is very cool.
Yeah. What about like other body enhancement stuff? So I'm talking like piercings or plastic surgery or like beauty treatments. Do you have the same kind of anything that's changing your body? Is it the same as tattoos or is it different to you?
I think it's the same. Like, obviously not massive personally with getting it, but like what we said, like people may not like what I've done with my tattoos, right? So it's not up to me to judge them. I think like for a lot of people it can look good. I just don't like when people go that crazy. Like you see the ones where it's like people have literally transformed to look like Kim Kardashian or something like that, where it's just like, what are you going to do in 5 years when you do not want to have that anymore?
Yeah.
Or when it goes wrong and like, you know what I mean?
That's
and it's horror stories.
Thing. Yeah.
That scares me because like if it ruins your, I don't know, your life and the way of living, that's scary.
Yeah.
Piercings, you know my opinion on that. I've had ears and lips and, you know.
Wait, so what did you have? You had the middle of your lip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I loved having it, to be honest. Like,
it would look cool.
I thought it looked cool, but my problem was like I just played with it. I guess like I'm always like, I don't know, tapping or moving my legs or that. I was just like, it was just something that did it. So I ruined that. And then I just had my ears pierced when I was younger. So like I'm open for all of that. Didn't you have like the, you know, year 8, the Nike tick ear ring? No, you guys didn't do that. Wow.
No.
Yeah, it was a big thing in the basketball world when we were playing as kids, and now you just look at that and like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah, it's a little bit
the Nike tick, that's pretty cool.
Did you
don't make out you haven't done cringe shit when you were kids. Come on, you haven't lived. Unless you've like, you can look back on that and be like, why did my parents let me walk out of the house with that?
Yeah. There's this girl on TikTok who says everyone who's successful has to climb cringe mountain first. And it's so true. Like,
fuck, you're going to be so successful when you're older.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's the plan. The more cringe I am now, the more successful I'll be one day.
Love that.
What about me today? Do you notice a little body enhancement I might have done recently?
You got new hair, right? Just kidding.
Do you notice?
Yeah. So spray tan looks fine.
Looks fine. Thanks.
Looks fine. You know my opinions on spray tans. Like I think they look awesome. It's good, but
you don't have to lie. It's okay.
I don't like how they smell.
Yeah.
At all. And I also think it's ridiculous for yours specifically because I'm sure like 3:30 this morning or whatever, you would have went to that place after hours and got it done and then complained this morning that you're tired when you got up from work.
So I go to this place in Adelaide, the Tan Club Co. You can go there. It's 24/7. You don't need a person to tan you. It's a machine. You go there whenever. Your phone lets you in via Bluetooth. So cool. But then I don't know what you're talking about. I've definitely gone very late before, but I'm trying to be better. Last night I was there at 9 p.m.
Oh, okay. Then I apologise.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then it's fine. Perfect.
I did go at 1 a.m. not very long ago though. It was so convenient. What do you think about acrylic nails? So obviously, I told you I'm very sad. I've got to have mine off for a little bit for a break, but I love them. And people have such strong opinions, but I just love tapping on things. It's so satisfying. I think they look good. I don't know.
apart from being really expensive, I'm pro them. I think they look cool. As a drummer, like I'm jealous at like the noises you could make to annoy people.
So satisfying.
I'm just impressed of how much you would have had to relearn how to use your hands for everything, because I'd be afraid that you're just going to spend that much money and then just ruin them.
Yeah, no, you have to learn a different way to do everything in your life. That's why I couldn't open the beer can for our emotional shower thing.
Is that the hardest thing? Like what do you think was the hardest like thing you do every day when you got your nails?
Yeah, no, definitely. If you can't open a can properly, you have to try and use your fingertips somehow when you can't do that. Or I usually just use a spoon, honestly.
What about like, I'm thinking like shower and stuff like that. What about like the shampoo bottle and things like that? Oh, I guess you just use your thumb and that, don't you?
I probably just don't realize because I've been getting them for so long. You've got to figure out a different way to do literally everything. And you just don't realize until you start doing it. Oh, actually, nah. That's silly. How did I not think of this? Typing is the hardest. You can't type because you can't use your fingertips. You got to, and you always type funny.
Just picture like tiptoeing on the keyboard.
It's like that. Yeah.
It's not like you use a computer that much anyway, so it wouldn't have been that a big deal, right?
It is actually really satisfying to tap on my phone and the tappy taps. Yeah. It's great.
It's good that you live alone for that, I would think.
Yeah, actually, yeah, it would be heaps annoying.
Ella got them the other day. Did you see them? Did you come over that day when she got them?
What? No, what?
Oh, no, it's Jessie. On Saturday, she got like, just bought like a little set, which had like a smiley face on them, which was really cool. And yeah, she was on the iPad and I'm like, din, 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 din. It was really funny.
That's adorable.
She loved it.
I love that.
She said that it reminded her of you. So that was cool.
Oh, I love her. Let's end it on that. That's such a cute note to end it on. Yep. Unless there's any other body enhancement things you want to talk about.
No, I'm just intrigued to see what we're going to end with. What do we want the listeners to hit us up with?
Maybe tell us what you think our next tattoo should be. And also 100th episode, we want to get a Loose and Moose tattoo. We've already planned it. Do you want one as well? We can have a party.
Or if you're a tattooist and you're listening to this, then feel free to sponsor the app.
Yes, amazing. Thank you.